Okay, today we'll discuss how to round correct to the two decimal places. If not, second decimal place. First, we'll read the number 17.214. The next one, 37.438. So let's write the place value. So here it's unit, here tens. After decimal, the first number is tenth. The second number is hundredth. Third decimal place is thousand. Right. Now you have to round off this one to the second decimal place. So what's the second decimal here? It's 1. After decimal, the second number is 1. So you have to consider the next door value to round off to the second decimal place. So that means you have to consider third decimal place. If not, thousandth value. Right, it's 4. If the number is less than 5 when you round off, we have to write the number as it is. That means 17.214. When you round off to the two decimal places, we have to consider the second decimal place 1 and you have to consider the next door value 4. It's less than 5. So when you round off, it's 17.21. So after decimal place, there should be only two numbers. The next one, 37.438. So second decimal place is 3. You have to consider the next door value 8. If the number is 5 or more, you have to add 1. So when you round off to the second decimal place, the answer 37.44. Okay, so let's round off these numbers to the second decimal place. Right, the first one, 5.362. The second decimal place is 6. You have to consider the next door value 2. If the number is less than 5, so when you round off, we have to write the number as it is. Then 5.36. The next one, 8.444. Second decimal place is 4. You have to consider the next door value is 4. It's less than 5. So when you round off, 8.64. Next, 2.035. Second decimal place is 3. You have to consider the next door value 5. It's more 5 is 5 or more than. You have to add 1. So when you round off, 2.04. The next one, 7.777. Second decimal place is 7. You have to consider the next door value. It's 7. It's more than 5. So when you round off the second decimal place, it's 7.78. Next, 15.488. Second decimal value, 8. You have to consider the next door value, which is 8. If it is more than 5, you have to add 1. 15.49. Next one, 4.297. The second decimal place, 9. You have to consider the next door value 7. It's more than 5. So 9, when you add 1, it becomes 10. So you cannot write 10 here. You have to give 1 to the first decimal place. So when you round off, it's 4.30. Next one, 10.022. Second decimal place is 2. You have to consider the next door value. It's 2. So when you round off, 10.02. Next, 15.558. Second decimal place is 5. The next door value is 8. So 8 is more than 5. When you round off, 55.56. Next one, 0.3141. The second decimal place is 1. You have to consider the next door value 4. It's less than 5. When you round off, 0.31. Next, 0.2561. So the second decimal place is 5. You have to consider the next door value. It's more than 5. When you round off, 0.26. So second decimal place means when you round off, so after decimal sign, there should be two numbers. 0.495. The second decimal is 9. You have to consider 5. It's more than 5. When you round off, it's 10. So you can write as 0.50. The next one, 0.4008. Second decimal is 0. You have to consider the next door value, that's also 0. So when you round off, 0.40.